Hi, everybody. I'm Seán Linehan, and this is Bottled Up, a new podcast that's going to do some exploration about wine, life, and all the things that we're keeping shoved inside ourselves. Since this is the first one, just a little bit of introduction. Like I said, Seán Linehan. I am a wine student, and I work in television and all kinds of other things that are unrelated to wine, but I want to learn about wine. I want to talk about wine. And I'm here with my good friend, Jenn.
Hi.
Hi.
I want to talk about all the things I'm bottling up, like
How much are you
rage
bottling up?
and anger, and also rage, and in addition, anger. And wine helps that. So
Wine helps that.
but I know nothing otherwise.
Well, we all know that's not true. You know there are colors of wine.
I do know there's colors, and there's bubbles in some.
And there's bubbles
And then I
inside.
know if I like them or if I think they taste like shitty mushroom juice. So
Well, hopefully we won't have any shitty mushroom juice.
people, we will try not to recommend you any shitty mushroom juices.
We'll try not to.
But if it does taste that way, I'm here to tell you. We're not going to use words like oaky or woodsy and shit if it's gross.
Fun thing about mushrooms, in my first wine class in learning tasting methodologies and stuff, I actually had to microwave a mushroom and eat it and then taste the wine and see how it affected the wine. And it made gross mushroomy juice.
What a nice sound I just made for all of our first listeners. But that's the grossest thing.
It was really, I've never had microwaved button mushroom before.
I was going to say, first of all, I've never even, like, my dad likes to have, like, you know, like on holidays when he's cooking like a steak, like no one else in my family likes mushrooms, but my dad will just get the white boring ones, like from the shitty grocery store right in my hometown. And then he'll just like saute them with some butter and add it to like whatever we're eating, steak, shrimp, whatever. That's his thing. I've never seen a recipe in my entire life that called for a microwaved mushroom. So that's fascinating.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, and I couldn't.
I had microwave mushroom popcorn once.
Microwave
popcorn.
mushroom popcorn.
It's just like fat popcorn.
Oh, okay, I see. Not
so
like
mushroom is more a descriptor than a noun.
Yeah, it didn't have like diced shiitakes in it.
Oh no. Our podcast is rated R due to Jenn's language.
and alcohol. So
Oh yeah, and booze.
And booze.
Must be 21 to listen to our wine talk.
Yeah, I think probably in Alabama at least.
Sorry, 21 in Alabama. Don't you already have grandkids? What? Ooh, I'm a jerk.
And cousins at the same time.
Ooh, snap. See, we have things bottled up, friends.
Oh, so many things. Mostly because 2020 has been a dumpster fire, hasn't it?
Total. And you can get one made out of felt on my Etsy store. Because
that's how
plug. We're paying bills now, apparently.
Please visit my OnlyFelt.
It's a lot less nudity, a lot more crafts.
But I thought to start us off on this first episode, we should start with a celebration wine.
Yeah.
Right? You know, there's one wine that we kind of all drink this time of year. In the States, we like to focus it around Thanksgiving. In France and Europe, it is the first wines of the 2020 vintage. So this wine that we're about to drink was grapes 6-8 weeks ago. Like it was on a vine being handpicked by what I assume is a swarmy Frenchman in a beret.
Is a circle of life.
Then they picked it and we're gonna drink it.
Yeah, I'm excited. We each have our own bottle, which is, of course, how everyone should drink wine.
Absolutely.
You know how they give you those calculations, like 8 glasses to a bottle, so you need 3 bottles if you have 6 friends over? That's math. Stop it. Everyone needs a bottle.
Everyone needs a bottle, and everybody should bring their own.
And this one's in foreign, so this is perfect.
This is a Domaine de la Mondagne. It's
Beaujolais that's how I was going to say it.
Nouveau. It is 2020, like I said, so 6 weeks ago. This was still fruit on a vine.
And somebody named Jean and his fills picked it.
Jean-Phil.
That's a fact I just made up.
I'm basically going to be a lot of that because even though I'm a student and I'm studying, I like to pretend I'm an expert. And I'll say a lot of things, and I bet some people will fact check me and let me know in the comments, because comments are a thing.
Sure.
You know.
Listen, people, we accept comments.
Yeah.
And by accept, I mean we read them.
Sure, glance at the first 3 words.
But, accept is a thing. I like to talk. So Sean's opening his. I pre-opened because I can't do 2 things at once. So I'll talk about the label, which is very simple. It's a simple label. To be fair, they only had a few weeks to prepare, as Sean has informed us. So it's just a white sticker with a lovely script and a little golden lion cresty thing, which is nice. It's nice. It's fairly simple.
Yeah, simple, elegant even.
Sure, all right.
I mean, usually when you think of a Beaujolais Nouveau, you think of George de Boeff's bottles.
Yeah, they're fancy.
They're the bright pastels and crazy colors, and generally taste like bubble gum, and you buy them in the grocery store.
Pick up some Andre while you're getting it, yo.
Andre and some, John Rossi.
Yeah.
Everybody
Just get some sherry vinegar, mofos. That'll be your 3rd bottle.
I have some.
We'll save that for episode 2.
Episode 2 will be vinegar.
We'll boil mushrooms first.
Let's not. Before I pour it, let's talk a little bit about the grape, right? So Beaujolais is 100% Gamay. Gamay is a very old grape. They've traced it back to, I love your cup.
Thank you. I have a glass that says vino, so I know what I'm drinking.
Traced it back to the 1300s in the Burgundy region of France. It grows really well and prolifically. It's kind of a high acid grape. And then somewhere around the 1500s, the Duke of Burgundy, Philippe the Bold.
Yeah, he was forward.
He was very forward. He was very Philippe forward. He said, "Get this grape out of Burgundy. It is not good enough to be near me." So he banned it.
Was he in Hollywood? Because they don't like old things.
No, well, he preferred Pinot Noir.
Grandmas are played by 20-year-old actresses. Do you know what I'm saying? So Philippe maybe had the same theories.
Yeah, giving up my acting career to go into theater so that I can study wine. It's a journey.
It's a journey.
The journey. But Philippe the Bold said, "Get this Gamay out of here." So it went south to Beaujolais, where it grows really, really well, and it's fine. About 60 years later, Philippe the Good. So we're
different
the bold,
Philippe.
Good and the beautiful, I suppose. Would be he came out and said, "Yeah, keep that shit out of here. I don't want it." He said, "Pinot Noir is the best wine in Christendom, and Gamay should be nowhere near it."
Man, these Philippes were picky. Maybe they needed a Christophe in charge. Christophe, the understanding that shit grows, perhaps.
That understanding. French wine laws are insane, like down to how you can grow, where you can grow, when you can harvest, how it can be harvested by hand, by machine, by small rodents in a chef's hat. Like,
those are my favorite.
Yeah, ratatouille wines.
I would put up with rats in my house if they all had chef's hats on. I'd be like, all right, you can stay. Or even like maybe a beret. I'd be okay with that too.
A beret, yeah. I mean,
a Kangol.
I'd even
a rat and a Kangol I'd keep.
With a stovepipe, like
oh, cute.
Lincoln.
Yeah.
A little more Americana.
Yeah.
Ooh, a tricorner.
Ooh.
Now we're going back.
It's hot trieckin.
Please, I can't wait till our German episode.
Oh shit! I already blew it.
All right.
Well, gimme these grapes in my tummy. You know what I'm saying?
Let's have a little taste. It's definitely dark purple. Oh man,
it does smell good.
Yeah. What do you smell?
Wine. Smells like wine.
Smells like some blueberries. Smells like some blackberries.
Oh yeah.
There's a little bit of like cinnamon stick.
All right, I'm too dumb to get that, but I got the blueberries.
Oh, it's nice. It's just bright and fruity, and it smells like a celebration. And I think...
You know what? It smells easy like Sunday morning. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you smell a wine and you're like, I feel like I'm supposed to have more to say about this wine. You know what I mean? Because it feels like complex right from the get-go. This just smells like, dude, put some pasta on my plate and pour this in my glass.
I'd skip the pasta and just drink.
Well, I thought we were saving that nugget till episode 5. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, that is a delight.
That is very tasty.
It's very fruit forward. It's light in body. It's got bright acid. Lots of red cherry in there, like candied strawberries.
Okay.
Grape juice.
Grape. It's fancy grape juice.
It is fancy.
No, it's really smooth.
Yeah.
Too. Like Rob Santana would approve. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
it's smooth.
There's some deep beats going on in the background here.
Yeah.
It's taking
he paired with Rob Thomas. So perhaps this wine goes well with a Rob Thomas. He's not crazy. He's just a little unwell. Same guy.
You don't want to push him around.
But this is very nice. Like easily this bottle will be gone in a few minutes.
Which is fine because this is only 13% alcohol.
Oh my gosh. And was it expensive, Sean?
No. This it was expensive for a Beaujolais Nouveau.
Oh, okay.
They used to be like $9, but now we got all these silly new tariffs and things.
Oh, so what are they now? 87?
It was actually $13.99.
Oh my gosh.
So still affordable.
That's good.
Yeah. Affordable, and I think the term generally used here is quaffable.
So like I could use it to do my hair later?
or catch the snitch. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, either way, we've got so many options with this wine. Yeah, no, it's definitely, it's like, listen, for $13 you can experiment with wine. Like wine's not a cheap hobby to have, right? Like
not.
If you're going to be a wine person, like a, fancy pants wine person, you need to have fancy pants money. It's like somebody like dabbling in horse riding. Like that's not a thing. So,
dabbling horse ownership.
Right. Yeah. Can I just buy a hoof? So, like that's not how that works.
Yes, Mr. Elmers, you can.
Or I guess you could have a horseshoe. I could buy a horseshoe and be like, just skip it around my apartment. But like a $13 wine is something that, you could get a couple different Beaujolais and like do a little experiment with yourself.
Absolutely. All the local stores right now, at least in New York, have 4 or 5 of them around, and they're great for your Thanksgiving dinner because that high acid will cut through the butter and the gravy and the fat. They're 13%, so you can drink a lot of them without yelling at Uncle Ted too early.
Sure. That's a thing that would never happen in my family.
Right out. But and you could play around with them. You get some of the more kind of candy forward ones that taste like banana and cotton candy and things like that. That would be the George de Boeuf.
Oh yeah.
Or you can get some of these more fancy ones, the Beaujolais Village, which are kind of a step up from your standard Beaujolais.
Well, it's from a village. It's not from a de Boeuf.
It's not from the beef.
Right. It's from a de village. You know what I'm saying? It's different. But yeah, even if you're doing Thanksgiving like by yourself this year, or just your quarantine pod person / roommate / dog and foster bird, then you can have 7 of these bottles and you're probably fine.
It's not going to break the bank.
Turkey. Who's making a whole turkey for 2 people? Nobody. Get more wine.
I'll share what we're doing for Thanksgiving this year is we've ordered a sandwich.
That seems fair.
It's a 3-foot sandwich that has turkey, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, stuffing, cranberry sauce, mac and cheese, and gravy all inside it.
Oh my goodness. Remember on Friends when Ross lost his job because someone touched his sandwich? And that episode, they had him say sandwich 700 times. And it was among my least favorite episodes, which is why
that episode was actually on at the bagel store when I went the other day.
Of course it was, because it's Thanksgiving time. So we're playing all of our Thanksgiving specials. Thanksgiving doesn't have a lot of specials, unfortunately.
There is an IMDb page of Thanksgiving themed horror movies. Just throwing
which, as we both, we know that we love them. So I feel like you start with your Pilgrim one.
Oh, so good.
Which the people enjoyed. And then you move on to Thanksgiving, which is about a killer turkey.
There's one called Turkey Trot. I'll let y'all figure out what that one's about.
Oh, shits. Or running. To be fair.
Montezuma's revenge from the turkey.
Oh, dear. That's unfortunate. Dear. But that does sound like a very exciting sandwich. Sorry, I didn't mean to gloss over the sandwich because it does sound quite delicious.
It's going to be a meal I don't have to cook.
Amen.
And it's being delivered.
Also amen.
So I don't even have
all the amens.
Yeah, all the amens.
So many amens. Yeah, I don't actually have a plan yet because my entire weekend got thrown off by a foster dog who some of you at home with good ears can hear yapping in the background.
Oh,
She's got a little baggage. She's got a little Thanksgiving baggage. She's a little angry. So yeah, so I was like, oh, I had all these plans today. I was gonna go get, I don't know, potatoes and cranberries and just call that dinner. I do have a chocolate turkey shaped, like a turkey shaped chocolate. I should have said those words in the other order. That somebody sent me that I'm just going to eat and pretend that's dinner maybe.
I mean, that sounds fair to me.
And I have shortbread from the Shortbread Society left over, so I'm going to eat that too.
You've got all your bases covered.
Right. So I've got turkey and dessert.
Done.
Good. And I feel like this wine will go with all those things.
And you've got Beaujolais Nouveau.
It's going to go beautifully with my chocolate and my shortbread. Although the one shortbread has whiskey on it, so maybe I'll make that the after dinner.
Yeah, I would pair that with a glass of water.
Yeah, so there's that. But is this wine available for a long time, or is it like a weird, like only available until it's gone?
I mean, though, yeah, it's only available till it's gone because they make it so quick. Beaujolais Nouveau does account for about 60 to 70% of the total Beaujolais sold.
Oh, wow.
In the world. It's released at 12:01 a.m. on the third Thursday in November, and when it's gone, it's gone. But
I saw the Seed of Chucky at 12:01 a.m.
I could see, why would you do that?
I had free tickets, to be fair.
Oh, okay. Free tickets. Free tickets.
But I did see it at 12:01 a.m. and while I did not have a Beaujolais, I did have a fifth in my bag. So, because we're grown-ups, and if I want to go to the movies with the fifth, that's my business.
That's your business. I like to shove a 40 down my pants.
I mean, who doesn't? Rated R, indeed. It's hard to sneak wine into the movies, but that's a little trickier.
There's clever ways nowadays. They've got the wine bra.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen like the wine holster.
Yeah, the wine holster.
I have seen a fake, there's that wine beanbag that I wish was real.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Because that would be awesome sauce. Till it bursted.
Till it burst and you flooded your mom's basement with wine.
Yeah.
And
that would be bad.
The only reference to flooding mom's basement on this show.
Is it if it's with wine? I'm trying to wink, which you can't see at home because you're listening. But can you hear the effort I'm putting into this?
Which is a shame because I went all out with the lighting.
You really did. You are lit, yo.
I'm using my former profession. I guess it's still my profession.
Oh, yes. Well, yeah.
For now.
Once a profession, always a profession. I'm still a professional restaurant turkey waitress.
Yeah. Why not?
I mean, I wore a bonnet for like 4 years.
Wow.
In high school. Yeah. I worked at a restaurant called Plainville Farms Restaurant Cicero. Deep plug. It doesn't exist anymore. But in my hometown or near my hometown. And it was Thanksgiving all year round. So Thanksgiving to me was always the holiday you worked because you made the most money. So because people, we were booked weeks in advance. But yeah, so we served the turkey time. No booze because it was, small town. No alcohol.
That's a shame.
But because we should have. You
should have had Beaujolais.
And also it was staffed by all high school kids. So it would have been such a bad idea. Also include the one time we got Mrs. Fields frozen cookies to bake on command. We all ate all the dough. So it was really dumb.
Oh, was that the big salmonella breakout I heard?
we were fine. But yeah, you can still find Plainville turkey as an entity at different places. Fresh Direct had actual turkeys at one point. But yeah, so we wore a bonnet. It was Thanksgiving all the time. I don't know.
All right.
I mean, I still have the bonnet if you want to borrow it.
I might for my sandwich day celebrations.
I feel like it. I mean, I do pull it out on Thanksgiving and just wear it around the house. Or
Yeah,
I jam it on my dog and make her pose for photos.
So moving past Thanksgiving,
right?
Beaujolais turns out it's a great wine for Black Friday because you bought a case of it and you didn't drink it all, and it's there.
And there it is. And you're like, you finished 2 more bottles and you helped Jeff Bezos, pay his rent.
Got to put another coat of lacquer on the boat.
Right? He's I worry about him. He's
don't.
Probably got electric bills, just like the rest of us. He puts his pants on one slave at a time. Sure, that's a true sentence. I just made
I'm
up.
positive that is true.
But yeah, no, I mean, you could be all over. Like, I'm getting a shit ton of Instagram ads for Black Friday sales, which apparently started 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's
So,
true. Cyber whatever week, month.
right. But they're literally just calling them Black Friday. It's like Black Friday sales starting them in October. What? That's not okay. I want my Black Friday on one day, like it should be. I want to line up for the mall. I want to break into a store at 6 a.m. That's what I want to happen.
That's what I want to happen.
Instead of this. But I do feel like, considering that nobody should be going to malls, nobody should be like bum rushing Black Friday sales. You can do it all from your living room while drinking the rest of your case of Beaujolais.
Exactly. Let's all stay home and drink our Gamay.
This show is full of practical tips.
Practical tips. We will practically tip you.
In fact, we might Venmo you 10% of the fee for listening to this.
You know, there's a fee for listening.
No. I'm saving us money here, Seán.
Oh, cool. Yeah, guys, that's what's happening.
Thanks for backing me up on that one.
So this Beaujolais Nouveau is a fantastic example of the grape Gamay. And it's an example of a style of wine called Carbonic Maceration, winemaking called Carbonic Maceration, where they take... Yeah, right.
Where they get a one sock and they go in the other room and you have carbonic maceration.
Well, what they do so Gamay has really thick skins and it's full of tannins, and that would destroy the beautiful brightness of the wine. And because it's grown in highly acidic soil, it's even more acidic. So what they do to kind of temper that and to make this super fresh, super young wine is they take all the grapes and they put them in these giant steel vats. Like, we're talking 22,000 gallon vats.
That's big.
That's big.
And I don't even do math.
Neither do I. I just read math. But then they seal the lid and they pump in CO2. And that causes the grapes just to burst.
That causes a party.
Woo, CO2 party. Vape.
We don't have to take our skins off to have a good time.
Well, we got to take them off.
Oh, except we do.
But we don't want to crush them.
Listen, nobody knows.
Because we don't want to release those tannins. And that carbonic maceration is what causes this beautiful fermentation and this super bright wine. It happens really young.
That is, I mean, listen, who among us hasn't bitten into a grape and like kind of spit the skin off?
Right? Like
it
a
happens.
Concord. Ugh.
Right. Yeah. You bite it and you're like, ugh. I saw a guy at the grocery store buying like bags upon bags of this one kind of, it might've been a Muscat grape. Just, he was putting them all in his cart. And I was like, I wonder if those are delicious. So I bought like one bag, and while the grapes themselves were okay, the skins were so gross. And I ended up making grape jelly. Because I could boil not boil. Yeah. You just boil them and then and
then you push them through a little sieve, and then you've got grape sauce.
Right. And it was kind of yummy in my vodka soda.
Grape vodka soda.
It was good. It felt like a child drink.
It's like purple drink.
Yeah, it was nice. It was purple.
I like that.
So that was fun. But yeah, so that makes sense that there's, to keep a lighter wine, you got to get rid of the...
Yeah, you got to get rid of the skin.
You got to get rid of the tough skin. This is basically dating advice at this point. You got to get through the tough skin sometimes.
And you should take your potential partners and put them in a vat.
I mean, I was going to stop before that part.
But
I am single, so maybe I'm doing it wrong.
My husband just closed the door loudly.
Yeah, okay, so maybe you're doing it wrong. Okay, great.
Sorry, honey.
I was just kidding about the vat. It'll be steel, though. It'll be super fun.
Yeah, steel drums.
Whoop, whoop. We just run around and bang on it. Be like, miss you much. And just hope for fresh, young things to come out.
Fresh, young things to come out. I love that. That's my new... I'm going to have that put on a crest.
With just some grapes and then a steel drum player.
Yeah, it's going to be
the weirdest crest anyone's ever seen.
So if there's any graphic designers listening to this who would be interested in doing that for me because I have
think
no
that would be
skills.
perfect.
That would be wonderful. So we talked briefly about the Nouveau because there was a lot of amazing conversation around Nouveau. But Beaujolais also has non-Nouveau wines. There are 10 Old Vaux. So the cru wines, which are the cru are the specific villages or areas that have been given status because they make extraordinary wine in their, like, this 10-hectare section of
Like
vineyard makes
France's best dance crew.
Exactly.
But
it's
different.
CRU.
Yeah, exactly. Less breakdancing.
Less breakdancing, more stepping on grapes.
Hot.
And those are all up north, and they only grow Gamay. It's 100% Gamay as well, but they do not do a Nouveau. They do not do carbonic maceration. They just do a traditional style, step on the grapes, put them in barrels, let them age, and they can't release their wines legally until the end of December.
Ooh.
So the Nouveau is where it's at, and that's why in France right now, it's a giant flipping party.
Oh, yeah.
Like, literally, the torches running down the street, people drinking. Well, maybe not right now because of COVIDs.
I hope not, France.
But,
France, mask up before you light things, okay? Guys. Mon ami, chocolat.
There's some fantastic YouTube footage out there from like 1994, and let me tell you, the fashion.
Well, I mean,
of these Beaujolais Nouveau revelers.
Come on, it's already 94 in your story.
Oh, so good. There's lots of big blocky patterns.
Oh yeah,
and asymmetrical hair.
Amazing.
Everybody is smoking like a chitan shoved inside a gawa, just 3 cigarettes at once.
The theme from The Fresh Prince is playing. It's all very strange.
But on accordion.
Right, and in French.
Yeah, well,
in West Philadelphia. That was ridiculous. I don't know why I tried.
Yes.
I couldn't. I knew that I would lose it at the word Philadelphia, and then that's like.
Well, have you ever heard a French person try and say Philadelphia?
No. It's so like maybe that's exactly how they'd say it.
Clouseau trying to say hamburger.
Yeah, he can. Yeah.
Can't do it.
Hamburger Philadelphia. See, it's fine.
Yeah, it's because it's a city of brotherly love and
right, brotherly amour.
Amour.
So when those come out at the end of December, do the Nouveaux go away? Like, does the crew just be like, peace out, bitch?
No, yeah, I mean, people kind of stop buying the Nouveau.
Okay. Because the party's over.
Because party's over. And most of it's been drunk already.
Oh, yeah. Because party's over and it's gone.
And it's gone. When I was buying these wines for us to drink, I did find a bottle of last year's Nouveau. Oh. And I'm very interested to go taste it because it's not a wine that's really meant to age.
Interesting.
It's drink now wine. But like
not a drink later.
No, don't put this in your cellar. Don't bother. But on exceptional vintages, like 2000 was a really good year. That wine can age for a year, 2 years, 3 years.
Well, in hindsight, 2019 is a goddamn dream.
Goddamn dream.
Comparatively speaking.
So I maybe I'll crack that one open and give it a taste.
That's bonus content that will be available on our future Patreon.
Patreon, please follow us on my only Patreons.
Right? And then you'll pay like, $2 a month and you'll hear us talk about last year's new wine
for 10 minutes while we also talk
It'll
about
be a shorter
a bird.
And we'll craft you a felt treat.
Oh man, felt treats, little felt wine glasses.
I have tried to make felt wine glasses in historically like little glasses of wine. And it's weird because there's no clear felt. So it ends up looking like red on gray. Like it just doesn't look cool, but I've tried. I'll try again.
Try and try and try again.
I will. I'll do a felt Beaujolais felt.
Maybe we could do little felt grapes. We could do like little Gamay grapes. And then when we get to Cabernet, we could do little Cabernet grapes. Because they're all different colors and sizes. And
yeah.
We can
like it.
Salt grapes.
And some lucky winner could win it.
We
could do a contest. Oh my God, this is only our first episode, but episode 2 is going to have a trivia question, ladies and gentlemen, and you could win a prize if you answer it right.
If you listen to the episode and answer it right.
Right. I mean, obviously, we're not going to put it at the beginning of the episode.
Absolutely.
It might just be in the middle. You'll never know. You have to listen to the whole thing.
That's right. You got to listen to the whole thing and do it in a way that isn't just because you're my friend. Anyway, I want to take a quick second to talk about the wine that we're drinking in a way that you can go to a store and find it for yourself. The wine is Domaine de la Mardon. It's the Beaujolais Nouveau 2020. It's truly a fantastic 100% Gamay wine. I bought it here in Astoria, New York at Adego Wines and Spirits on Ditmars Boulevard. They're a fantastic wine shop, beautiful curated selection, a lot of stuff that you can't find in your normal neighborhood store. And everybody who works there has been super helpful and super nice. And they love to talk about their selection. So if you happen to be in the area, go give them a shout. They did not pay me to say that. They did not even know I was going to say that, so I probably should have talked to them first. Anyway, Domaine de la Mardon. There will be a photo on our Instagram at Bottled Up Podcast of the label, so you can do some comparison, as well as probably a link to the producer's website if I can be that proactive in the next 48 hours. With that said, let's get back to the podcast. And we're back. I hope you enjoyed that informative little clip about the wine that we have been chatting about. And
mainly because now you can spell Beaujolais.
Now you can spell Beaujolais Nouveau, Beaujolais Village. See, I'm already drinking. I've had an egg wrap today.
Nice.
And that's it.
I had a piece of shortbread.
Ooh.
And that's it.
Well, I feel like I unbottled some stuff. How about you?
Totally unbottled some stuff. Plus, I've got like a little more of this bottle to rebottle in my insides.
Well, I say we sign off and go about our rebottling.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. I hope you learned some stuff from Seán, and I hope that you did not take anything I said as real information.
Well, no, sure. We learned about bonnets and turkey restaurants.
Who wouldn't like to know more about bonnets?
Right.
Worn by pilgrims and restaurant waitresses in the 90s.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Go forth, enjoy your Beaujolais Nouveau, and salute.
Swallow. That's how I like to end things.
This has been episode 1 of Bottled Up. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I hope you had a good time and that you'll come back when we have episode 2, which will be at a time in the future. In the meantime, go ahead and check out our Instagram at bottled_up_podcast. Like all the things, and please rate and like us on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you're listening from to bump us up there and get some people that are not my family and friends to listen to this. I love you all. Thanks for everything. Good night, salute, and swallow.